Welcome back. Well, getting to a good view of the back. We're into the month of December. I emptied the wool pellets from the sheep. Completely forgot to turn the recording on. So we've fed our last 3 bales. I cut the trees that we had to cut. And also I had to sell some of the timber because I filled up our oh, please don't tell me that this is as far as it recognizes it now. Okay. Let's go with 7. Yeah, all that it needed to. Okay, where is my first go? What I want to do is, before I go any further, yeah, all the capacity was filled, so I didn't want to just keep it there on the side of the field. So I thought, you know what, let's just cut it. Just gonna back up here a little bit, deal with this little bit here as best as I can. And now let's go and find. So where is the first thing? Okay, the first thing is right here. Yeah, so that's how we have more money, because I didn't realize, but it's not really using a lot of timber quickly. And that kind of surprises me, to be really honest. I honestly expected it to be a lot better. Okay, fine, okay. A lot better at consumption. So because of it, oh, go away. Because it's not consuming as much as I thought it would, I found myself with a lot of extra timber. So whatever was left over, we sold. Well, I sold. Hence now we have the cash to buy ourselves. Well, I don't know actually if we have the cash to buy clothing production. We'll find out quick enough, I suppose. But we'll cut the grass first. So I'll get a bit of a time lapse to start up with, and then we'll see what happens. This part of the job is done, so let's clear the screen again. I really need to get a much better. Actually, you know, before I do anything else, I'm gonna park this here. Let's have a look. How much is our clothing production? Well, we can afford it. And it's not over the top big, so it can fit in here. Okay, so we do need a bit of... we need to be able to get to the back. So we can probably put it about there. What do you mean not enough money? Or maybe there like that. Okay, and now before we go any further, let's activate it. Change that to spawning. Change that to not spawning, not selling, distributing. And change that to... oh, here. I was gonna say, what am I doing? Distributing. So how we go with wool? We've got a couple of pallets in each, that's fine. Okay, so now we should be getting some clothing. What I also need to do is look at when we're getting our best price for furniture, because I got a lot of furniture. And it would be good to be able to try and sell as much of it as possible. And definitely help our cash flow. Okay, so let's go. Now we're gonna have to be doing quite a bit of grass work from now on. I don't really like the fact that I have to do that, but I have no choice, because with all the feeding that we're gonna need to do for the sheep, we're definitely gonna need to go through some grass. So it's going to be an interesting scenario. You know what? If I go any further, why don't I get the baler going at the same time following me? Why would I do everything that I do? I mean, I realize that this tractor is a bit of an overkill for this baler. You know what? It's fine. And what I'm going to need to do is make sure that it's filled with... oh no, it's almost empty. So it's good that I have it over here. Beautiful, it's done. So let's go. And put you down. And this way we can do 2 jobs at the same time. Beautiful, now let's get it done. Okay, it does want to pick up the hill, that's fine. Well, not really, but what can it do? What can I do? If it does want to pick it up, it will pick it up whenever it's ready to pick it up. I may even consider getting the gold manufacturing up and running as well. I'm not sure if this is restricted as far as the multiplayer survival challenge, which is not really a survival challenge as such. It's more like a competition challenge. Let's clean that up. I don't want to see all that writing on the... Okay, beautiful. The tractor's keeping up with me nicely. So I'm not sure if Daggerwin has made a rule that you can't use gold production. So I'm going to be keeping an eye. There are a couple of episodes ahead of me at the moment. So I will be keeping an eye on it and make sure that one, I am not... well, I don't want to be using things that are kind of not within the game. Does that make sense? I don't want to find myself that I'm giving myself advantage. Also, I'm trying... Say they're starting to use gold production as of the next episode. I don't want to be using it before then either. So I don't want to be... I think I'm on episode 21 or 22. And I think they're on episode 26, 27. So if they started to use it at, say, episode 27, I'm going to have to try and remember to make sure not to use it till episode 27. That makes sense? I think it makes sense. Whatever we don't pick up this time is not that big of a deal, because the beauty with this is that the grass does not die. All it would simply mean is that I'll get to pick it next time. Beautiful. So then I just have to pick up the bales and take them to the sheep. I may just go for a wagon direct pickup. I don't know, maybe buy a wagon with a higher capacity. This way I won't have to worry too much about dealing with bales and all that sort of stuff. Not that dealing with bales is that bad. But yeah. I'm just going to try and go round and round and round and round type of thing. That way I don't have to worry about running into bales or anything of that matter. So I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to keep in the video, because obviously this is going to get to a point where it's going to get boring real quick. I don't know why it would be boring actually, because this is Farming Simulator. There is really no way of actually doing new things all the time. You do try and do different things, but if you think about it in real life, I don't see farmers that do canola and wheat and barley and sunflower and corn and all the other bits and pieces. From what I see, farmers pretty much specialize in one or two or three. I think Larson Farms is probably the only one that I see doing, they're doing soybeans, they're doing corn, and they're doing some sort of a black bean. Other than that, all the farmers that I watch in real life, they're really just soybeans and corn. Actually, Brian's farming, I think, does soybeans, corn, and wheat. If memory serves me right. But other than that, like you look corn, the corn star and all that, they're just pretty much soybeans and corn. One lonely farmer is soybeans, corn, and grass. So I suppose you could sort of argue that he does three different things, but yeah. So, I don't know. How would it be as a map, to do a map where you're literally just doing two things? And I know that some of the modders out there have tried to sort of limit silos, where you can't put every single crop under the sun in your silo, where you kind of have to specialize to one. Which I suppose is not a bad idea. Although in reality, you could have, if you had 7 different silos, you could have 7 different crops going into 1 crop per silo. So me just having 1 silo there, realistically, I should only be able to put 1 crop inside of it, not not 2 or 3 different crops into 1 silo. Or in my case, 8 or 9 different crops in 1 silo. Curious to see what the new farming simulator is all about. I do believe that Giants have come up with, we're not going to do a new map, we're just going to give you some extras, which to me it's alright, I suppose, but yeah, they're not really giving you extras, they just, something to do with potato manufacturing and all that. I mean, we've had mods for that for donkey's years, it's not really something new. Anyway, I will continue to do this, and we'll call this episode, we'll leave it here. Have a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. God bless you and your family. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.